This is the Saddleback leather 10-inch grandfather case in dark coffee brown. This is a really cool little box. They are selling for $429 right now. This is August of 2023. I actually first heard about this. I fly airplanes for a living, and I was on a layover in Dallas, Texas, in late 2021, I believe. And I went in there and met Dave, and I had told them that I was kind of looking for something around roughly this size, like a headphone case for my headset, where I could put my headset, I could put my iPad, I could put a bunch of stuff, be able to kind of carry it around in a cool leather case like this. And I had actually purchased the Indiana Jones satchel at one point because I wanted to, I tried throwing my headset in that. I tried using that as my headset bag, and it just it wasn't working for that. It was too kind of tight and just didn't do the job. So I went in there to the store, to the showroom in Texas, and talked to them, and they actually told me that they were going to be releasing this case soon, and we kind of stayed connected, and they ended up actually sending one over to me. This one, which I don't know if when they came out officially, when they released them, if they had the older logo, if they had updated the new one. This isn't numbered. The first 100, I think, were numbered. They came with artwork and all that. This is not one of those. This was, I think, if not a prototype, it was one of the, ones that they had just for some sort of testing or something. So anyway, they sent it my way to kind of have me put it, through the paces in a flight deck environment and take some photos of it. And I loved it. I didn't end up using it that much for a headset case, like a little mini flight bag thing, just because it is a little bit heavy, a little bit bulky. It doesn't stay open very well. It's not that big of a deal in terms of, when you're flying an airplane, if your headset case stays open. But I ended up actually just buying the flight bag, which I have been using, and I love that, and I'll do a review of that at some point. But nevertheless, this is a really cool case. You can do all sorts of cool things with it. Or store things in it. You can carry things in it. The downs, I guess the weak point of this case, I think, is it just will not stay open. It has these kind of leather hinge pieces here, which keep it from going too far up. But on the back, you have this glued strip, which is also sewed on there for strength. Very, very strong, but it just wants the thing to shut. So for a while, I actually had this on my nightstand as kind of almost like a display piece. It's really beautiful work. So what I did is I found a little paper clip, and right back here, I would slip this. I'd slip this guy in there. Doesn't want to do it now. There we go. And it holds it open. So if you're having trouble with yours staying open, find a small paper clip, and it'll stay open. And when you leave it here long enough, you can actually remove this guy, and it'll stay up. It stretches the leather. I don't know if they adjusted the design of this, but you can kind of see. There's a bunch of dog hair in there for my dog. Sorry, but I was worried that there'd be some, I don't know, some, the leather would be trying to rip itself off of itself, if that makes sense, be ruining the stitching or something, because it seems like it's so forceful in trying to close it. But I don't think that's the case. It's stitched on here very strong, like all Saddleback things. But yeah, just if you have an issue with yours, try the paperclip trick. It's going to leave some marks in your leather over time, but it's no big deal. That's why we like leather, because it tells a story. It's great. It will close like this. You know, if you had stuff in here that was kind of holding it not fully closed, you could use one of these intermediate holes here. So, you know, if you had something in there inside of here that wouldn't allow it to fully close, and it was just like this, you know, you could still hold it secure. It comes with a strap so you can clip onto here and carry it around with you. Use it as a lunchbox or whatever. You can, you know, put it, secure it closed like that. It's interesting. This hole right here, I don't think it's physically possible to get to that point. I think you start tearing leather off if you tried to tighten it all the way, because it's hard enough to get it into that one. But that doesn't really matter. What else is there to say about it? Yeah, I keep, you know, keepsake stuff in here. This is something that I like to have on display, just to kind of show it off. I just think it's just such good craftsmanship, and it's something that'll last. You know, it's like an heirloom thing. Very nice. One of these days, I'd actually like to use it for something more practical, really. I was considering getting a piece of foam, that pull-apart foam that fills camera cases, and using this, just kind of making my own, you know, sort of camera case or something, just for a minimal setup. Put a thinner piece of foam here, thick piece of foam here, pull it out, you know, so that the camera can sit in here nicely, and then you have a nice, you know, functional item here. I know Saddleback sells photography cases for that, but you know, I'm not going to go out and spend $400, $500, $600 on another one of these that's bigger. It was, you know, this has been really cool to have and you know, check out. Like I said, I like to use it. I think the larger sized flight case they have now, which is more vertical. I think the lid opens up like this. It's much bigger. That's pretty cool. You know, pilots aren't using that anymore. That kind of comes from older times. You know, for a while, up until recently, pilots had to bring a bunch of charts with them and everything. Now everything's on an iPad. You know, you just don't need anything big and bulky like that anymore. You know, that's why I originally was looking at this, or just put my headset and an iPad and maybe a spare battery and some pens, and that's what's in my flight bag. So I almost wonder if Saddleback made one that was maybe even shorter, just a little bit shorter, that fit a headset and an iPad mini in here just right. I should mention it's the iPad mini that I've been using, so a regular iPad I don't think would fit in here. But you know, as far as aviation uses go, if Saddleback made one that wasn't quite as heavy, maybe had less you know, stuff going on, if that's possible, that might be more usable as a headset case than this. It's just a little bit too big and, you know, solid. For an aviation headset case, it should be, you know, you want it to be to protect your stuff, but you don't really need this really solid thing. But anyway, that's just for my own, you know, that's just if you're flying. This thing has so many other uses, so it's neither here nor there. Anyway, if you have any questions about it, go ahead, leave your questions in the comments section. I'd love to answer them. I'd be curious to know if anyone else has the 10-inch case with this older logo on it. I just don't know. I think this came out right as they were rolling out the new logo. And I think I remember seeing the photos on the site were always with the newer logo. So I don't know. I like this older one more, and I'm very vocal about that. But anyway, thanks for watching.